Today we have wine royalty. When you are the CEO and general manager of two of Bordeaux's top estates, you gotta know a thing or two about wine. And today we're talking about none other than Pierre Lurton. Pierre Lurton essentially is the CEO and manager of Cheval Blanc and Chateau. But he also has a little project in Entre-deux-Mers, where he lives, called Chateau Marjosse, and that is what we're going to talk about today. This little gem from between the two seas, Entre-deux-Mers. Essentially, it's kind of in the middle between Yquem and Cheval Blanc, so kind of location for him, good place in case he has to go one or go to the other. But Pierre acquired this property in 1990 and began to get pieces of, or parcels, I should say, of land around the chateau. And by 92, he pretty much had the whole thing together, and he moved his family in, and then he started renovating not only the chateau but the cellars. And it was probably, I think it was in 2000 is when the cellars were all done, state of the art. And then it was, I think it was another like 10 years before he got all the property that he currently has right now. And 13, I think, is when things started really rolling for him. The property is essentially it's clay over limestone. It's very typical of Saint-Emilion. We've offered this wine numerous times. He makes both a white and a red, and now he's actually making little single vineyard wines as well of some of these old vines, because these vines are now like 30 to 70 years old. So it's he's got some old vines there. Anyway, the thing is about this wine in particular that I love so much is here you have a guy who is so passionate about what he does. I mean, essentially, if he was born into wine, he was actually the managing director and winemaker for Clos Forte when he was only 23 years old. So, I mean, literally, he knows what he's doing, let's just say. So when he found this piece of dirt, I mean, it was a special place. And I've driven past it a few times going from, when I was down at like Sauterne, and you have to go through Entre-deux-Mers to get to Castillon or Saint-Emilion. So I've driven past it, but I've never been there, but I've seen it, and it's really spectacular. It's a cute little place. And I can see why, the charm of him having his family there as well. But, so 22, as you well know, is a very warm and dry vintage. And the wines, the little wines are just spectacular. They're ready to drink. I mean, will they age? Of course they'll age. But what's really intriguing about this wine was when Lisa Perotti Brown, when she was at the time working with the Wine Independent, came out with her range score. And for a wine that we sell for $14.98, she threw a 93, 95 point score on this wine. So when that happens, I really jump on it. And so I bought a bunch, and it finally has arrived. She has since finally gave a final score of 93, but still it's 93 points and $14.98, made by one of the greatest winemakers in Bordeaux. I mean, come on, guys. This is like a no-brainer. So this wine is 75% Merlot, 10% Cabernet Franc, 10% Cabernet Sauvignon, and 5% Malbec. So we have 4 of the 5 Bordeaux varietals, although I think they're adding a couple more. Delicious. He vinifies it plot by plot. So essentially, he's got 20 cement vats, And each of those vats are sized according to the plots that he is working with. So he does that plot by plot. Of course, everything's hand harvested. He ages at 12 months in French oak barrels. I think he throws like 30% of them are new. So you're talking about like winemaking for wines that cost a lot more than $15 a bottle. I mean, it's just, to me, it's crazy. I mean, how they do it for so little. I mean, if this was in Napa Valley, it would be a lot more than this. Ooh, delicious. And the thing about Entre-deux-Mers, it's a big area. So there's a lot of various soil types in the area, but if you know where to plant, and some of these guys, like Jean-Luc Tunavon, he's down there. I mean, people know the certain spots, where to plant the sticks, and so and Pierre is one of those guys. And this year after year is just a glorious wine at an outstanding value. It's summer. I know it's really hot. I saw the weather in the East Coast, man. Wow, I'm sorry for you guys, because it's pretty cool here, actually. But man, you barbecue, little chill. This wine's delicious, man. Those ribs. For the 4th of July coming up. Well, great wine. Delicious. $15, 93 points, 91 cycling. Shippable 6-packs, by the way. And yeah, you know what to do with this one. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, hit the notification bell. Come and see us. There are 24 wines on tap. Always something new and exciting in there. And stay cool, because I know it's warm out there.